this one's a way better microphone. There we go. It should be working. Okay.
Can you hear us now?
Buenos días, testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear
¿Me
us?
pueden escuchar? ¿Hablan en español?
We now have sound. Ooh, thank you,
Eso.
John.
Great. Well, we didn't say anything important. We're just saying that
No.
we finally have sunshine again in Boquete, which is wonderful.
We have survived.
We have. I know you social media guys, they were wondering if we were a disaster zone. Unfortunately, we had some of the rural areas took a real brunt.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have good roads. They don't have good homes. So here in Boquete, we're down to about 30, 40 people in shelters right now as of this week, as a midweek.
And most of them, unfortunately, they were the homes located kind of like, the best area to close to some creeks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we had in Bajo Boquete, Lower Boquete, where we live, we had 32 inches of rain in 10 days. Yep. That was the most we've ever seen. It just doesn't do that. And now we're out of it. We're on very normal November weather.
Yeah. To me, this was the hardest in my experience since 2009.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to be doing a general Q&A today. Many of you guys, big crowd coming on here. So we got to do a quick introduction. A message from our sponsors type introduction, because we are the sponsors of who we are and why we're here and what we're going to do to answer your questions.
So there is a button on a PayPal account, and it's every question there is $5.
Yeah, $5 for an answer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, Megan shaking her head.
They've been here before. They know how it goes.
Yeah. Or if you download our ebook, we'll give you the answer. There we go. But you'll have to pay for that.
Thank you, all of you, to really take the time tonight, and we appreciate it immensely, your time and effort to join us tonight. It means a lot to us, and we hope that you can always get accurate information with us. And for those that have been in our tours or thinking about doing our tours, we always do not take that for granted. So
yeah, in all seriousness, this is obviously free. We're happy to answer all of your questions, but our tours and our services are the best way to get hands-on, personalized assistance with your move.
Exactly.
Precisely.
So, do we want to go further into introductions? Do people care where we're from?
We could do it quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
Megan.
So I'm Megan. I'm from Pennsylvania. I went to Penn State University and then came into the Peace Corps in Panama and did some cool community development projects around Panama for 2 years before meeting Oscar and staying here and joining on with Retire in Panama. So now I handle a lot of the operations and logistics for the company. So if you write us an email or or call us up or come on tour with us, I am likely going to be the one that helps you plan your trip and get all set up here in Panama.
What do you mean likely? The trip's not going forward unless you do it.
Yeah.
Oscar and I can't do that. My name is Rod. I am from Vancouver, Canada. I moved here 13 years ago, and I'm happy to be here. That's all I can say. Oscar and I met within 3 months here, and he was already in the relocation business, and he saved my butt, and I used him to do all my relocation stuff. And within a year, we had partnered up and became partners in crime, and we started this company in about 2017, and we're still happy to be here.
Yep.
Go.
And here is Boquete.
We are actually in Boquete.
Yeah. And my name is Oscar. I'm originally from Cali, Colombia. I've been here since August 2009. Love this country, been the whole time living in Boquete, but through my whole work, I've been pretty much all over Panama. Know the country pretty good. And we started this business with a beautiful goal to help and always assist to the people that are making such a important decision in their life, moving abroad to another country, not knowing the culture, not knowing the language. And I consider myself like the bridge in between the two cultures. My wife, Megan, she's from the United States. My brother and business partner, Rod, he's from Canada. So I do have a pretty good understanding and ownership about people coming from North America. And I'm happy to be here and blessed to be able to provide those services to all of you guys.
Yeah, we all bring a little different flavor and opinions to the relocation.
We do
business.
provide a lot of flavor.
See, we did that intro in 6 minutes, folks. You should be happy with us. We're not taking your time up. Start typing your questions into the chat. If you want to come on, we can bring you into the studio. You got to share your camera. And Mike, you will be asked to if we invite you. But if you'd want to, just type the word live, LAVE, in the chat. Nothing else, just live. And we'll bring you in the studio for your question. But right now, let's get those questions rolling as I run through one more thing here. Our group tours, and here it doesn't say it, throughout the site they do. We are small group tours, folks. That's why people love our tours. It's just like 10, 15 people, not 30, not 35. So not a big bus. Like we have a van that we can drive up on a beach. We go to some crazy places around Boquete, up to the mountains. And so, small group tours. Now, a lot of you have reached out to us, and yes, we're sold out. And yes, we've had ridiculous backup lists right now, but there's still a chance, folks. So we are sold out in January, February, March, but we have one spot, singles. It's your chance now, one spot in April, or we have a couple spots, couples and singles in May and June. But that is what our year looks like right now. And we just, an hour before this call, we had somebody on our Cherokee Highlands tour, which is a 3-day tour. We had them move from February to April. So we have one spot again for a single on our Cherokee Highlands tour. If anybody wants those spots, I would highly suggest get them fast. And then throughout the night here, I will post the link. If you have more questions or we didn't quite get your, questions. Oh, I'm not in the chat. My apologies. Questions are coming in. We didn't get your questions answered. You can always go to our website and I lost the chat.
There it is.
And just go to our contact page. If you look under the More tab of our website, now I'm not showing my screen, but if you just look under the More tab, you'll see immigration visa, health insurance, international movers, pet relocation, like all that stuff, and that you can reach out to us at those points. So let's get started, guys. Some questions. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Anybody? They want to break the ice, show up on the camera, say hi. Come on. We'd love to see your friendly faces.
I keep closing the chat.
Yeah.
Maybe I need a new mouse. Okay.
We just finished up a tour this morning, and I see some tour guests that are in here. They're not tired of us.
Oh, really?
Wait.
saw
Oh, Ellen.
Doug is in here.
Dog is in here.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Hey, guys.
Some other names that are coming on tour soon as well. Hi, Steve. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Anyone can hear you.
Okay, got Dottie, we got Debbie.
There we go.
Mark and Monica, Owen. Hi, everyone.
Nice.
Okay, first question of the night. There we go. We are coming in February and we'll be getting our temporary visa. Can we wait until the October? Sorry about that loud
February,
noise, folks.
just hold out.
So October to return the permanent visa. Start answering. I'm going to count.
Yeah.
Probably not quite that long. You may be able to get, if you talk to your lawyer. That's the question for your lawyer. Typically, when you submit your pensionable visa, which I assume this is, you can come to Panama within 2 weeks. You're going to have a temporary card. Within 4 to 6 months, your permanent card is going to be ready And there is a clock ticking on that when you have to come back here, present yourself, return your still active temporary card, and pick up your permanent.
And new pictures.
Yeah, and new pictures and all that stuff. So if you can't make it in that 4 to 6 month time, your lawyer has to know so they can get special permission for you to that your residency isn't canceled. Because what happens is when you get your temporary and you leave and you left the country, you get a multiple entry stamp put in your passport. And that's the only thing that allows you to leave and come back within that 6 month period. But if you come back and your temporary ones are already expired and you don't tell anyone, they can make you start the whole process again. So talk to your lawyer about it. Okay, read this next one. Megan, you read the question.
Hey, Steven, can I withdraw money from bank machines when I come for the tour? Or do I have to bring cash? Also, credit cards. Can I use my MasterCard?
Hey, Steven, no, Oscar will loan you whatever you need.
So MasterCard and Visa are accepted pretty much everywhere. But you'll probably want some cash too, just for if you want to do some shopping at the Tuesday market or little artisan stands or, roadside stands or anything like that. We use US dollar here in Panama. So US cash is fine. Small bills are best.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't really like to break 50s or 100s. You can, but have to go to a bigger store for that.
Yeah. And also to purchase a little bit over $30. So
but you can withdraw from ATMs.
Yeah, up to there's only an amount that you can get per day.
Yeah,
$250.
Well, yeah, whatever your amount is per day, you can draw $250 multiple times. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to pay your international withdrawal fee on that.
Exactly.
For every withdrawal. From Mark and Monica, do the tour vans have USB charging on them? See you in a couple weeks. Excited to have you guys with us, guys.
Yeah, well, we don't have the US charging in the seats. We do have a US. What happened?
Don't worry, Oscar. I'm preparing something for a question.
We do have a portable charger in the van, of course. So if you have, for some reason, anybody needs to charge his phone, we are able to do so. We have charger for USB and Type-C.
Yeah,
so you might have to sit up front.
They're not at every seat, but
they're not every seat, but we do have.
Yeah, and we do have Wi-Fi in the van too, so you can stay connected on Wi-Fi throughout the tour.
Yep.
Yeah, better Wi-Fi than United. I used to fly United a lot, and their Wi-Fi always was crap. Okay. Kenneth has a good question. I was just preparing something when my computer went all funky. I forgot to turn off my Google Drive on my computer when I started this. I was going a little funky. Is it feasible to have only health service just for Panama to be more cost effective for 65 plus people? Yes, Kenneth, that is an option. I'm going to show it to you. I got it on my screen right now. So I'm going to show you a brochure from there. There's two companies that offer it. And one of them covers you in David and in Panama City and Coronado, and it's called Family Medical. Now, the other one offers you covers you just in Panama City, and it's the oh my God, it'll come to me during this call. I'm trying to think of the name of the hospital. There's a very similar plan that offers you coverage in Panama City. Also, I will get you that name shortly, folks. Sorry, my mind went blank.
So, is it Spitilla?
No. Okay. So Family Medical covers you in Cherokee Hospital, in San Fernando, in Coronado Clinic, and the major hospital in Panama City, San Fernando. Now, this covers you as a copay. It is more of a copay insurance, not a deductible. Now, if you look at their brochures, so they pay 70%, you pay 30%. And the rate for somebody 65 is right here. It's $102 a month. It's only $50,000 a year insurance, and pre-existing conditions will mostly covered after 2 years.
You might want to take the question down so that they can see the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. There's a cancer rider additional $20 to cover that. But it's basically everything you like: doctor's visits, labs, hospitalization, surgeries, X-rays, maternity, preventative. So it's an okay plan. I don't love it because it's not very comprehensive, and it just doesn't cover as much as I wish. If you guys want a copy of this brochure, please fill in that contact form. Say, please send me the health brochure. If you want to take a screenshot to see of an agent that sells, that can provide you this product, it's right on your screen right now. It's a good alternative. Santa Fe, write that down. Santa Fe is the other hospital in Panama City that has a similar program. And there's really no age limits on these. You can be 78, 79, 80. I've known some people in the early 80s get it. The price is a little higher, though. It's like 180 if you're 80. But that way, so it's more like I call it a hospital discount plan. Panama private hospitals, these are all private hospitals I talked about. They're all, they're cheaper than a quarter of the price of the U.S. And now you get 70% off. You only have to pay 30%. So I hope that answers your question. If somebody wants a copy of this brochure, just go to the website, type in the contact us page and say, please send me the medical brochure you had on the screen last night. Okay. All right. Next question. Megan, take it away.
Luisa, when I get notified that my permanent visa is ready, how long do I have to go back to Panama to retrieve it?
Again, you have to coordinate that with that lawyer, depending how good your lawyer is. But it's typically now to about 2 months. You need to go get your permanent one before your temporary one expires. Is the basic rule. If not, the lawyer has to get you an extension.
Yeah, they should give you a little bit of notice. And they should also give you updates in every step of the process. When you get your temporary visa, you should know that within about 4 to 6 months, at the 4 or 5 month mark, you should be planning to go back for.
Already have notification from the lawyer saying he's going to come up this day.
Hey, Carter, how's it going down in Las Tablas? How do you automatically pay your, you can't automatically pay in your bank. But on the Mass Mobile app, you can automatically pay on your credit card. So you have to manually pay every month on the bank, which I've always found that silly. But I just don't think banks in Panama do the auto pay. North American banks do auto pay all the time. So I've set it up scheduled before, but you never know. You might have a month that the amount is different. So.
My cell phone company is auto pay.
Yeah, it's on your credit card.
On your credit
On my
card.
credit card.
Yeah, no, we're talking about the bank. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get a credit card through Banco General, it's actually nicer because if it's a Connect Miles, then you'll earn miles on those payments. But or you can
Carter
just go
just opened up
your
his bank account, so I've been dealing with him with some stuff. So.
If you go into the Banco General online banking, then you can set it up so that that payment is saved and you can easily pay in your online banking every month. But you would have to manually do it.
Yep.
Okay.
With a reminder.
Do you have a discount medical program you can purchase? I think maybe you didn't. Yeah, this must have been before I put the other one up. Karen, this has nothing to do with us. We don't sell medical insurance, but we're just giving you a referral earlier. Please fill out the info contact form on retireandpanamatours.com and we'll send you that brochure. It's Paige Campbell. How are you, Paige?
Hey, Paige.
Hey, Paige.
Oh, they were on our September tour and they got me back in January to visit. Hopefully to move here.
I think so. Daryl, medical is important. How long do I have to be in Panama before I can start paying and using insurance, I assume?
Daryl, if you're looking for a full international plan, it's all going to depend on your age. If you're 52 years old, you'll have it up and running in 30 days. If you're 65, it might be 2 months. It depends on the extent of medicals they're going to make you take to get your insurance. If you're 75, it could be 3 months. It just seems that the older you are, the longer it's going to take. So those of you moving to Panama, you need some temporary medical. Any of you with your Advantage plans, you can use that for emergencies here as you transition, because that's what they're for. They're typically for emergency travel outside of the U.S. But because if you get sick when you've only been here a month, you could probably still go home and have it looked after, or purchase travel insurance.
And then as soon as you start your residency process, you can purchase Panama health insurance.
Hey, John, no, you will not see an option to share your camera until you request by typing live in the chat to come on, and then we will ask you to share your camera.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to come on live and ask a question, just type live in the chat and we'll invite you to share your camera and microphone and bring you on.
Oh, John, look at that. There he is. John just booked our May 15th.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, that was you. My phone was going to ding.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
So let's meet John. So if you want to come on, John, here, I'll do it right now. You obviously want to come say hi, so let us
invite to the studio.
There we go. You should be getting a message pretty soon, John, that's going to say, please share your microphone and camera. We're coming down on the June 12th trip. Woohoo! Will you give us a list of lawyers? Yeah, that's one of those things we're going to have to charge you extra for, Gary and Lang. No, yes, of course.
We can connect you with them now.
Yeah, and even if you're considering starting earlier, Gary and Jane, you're on our tour, you're committed to us, we're committed to you. If you are planning to stay here at least 2 weeks, then you can do that. But yeah, we're going to meet with the lawyers, so you will physically meet them when you're on tour.
Let's bring John.
Okay, we're going to bring John on the screen here.
There he is.
Hey, good evening.
Hey,
Hi,
John, how
John,
are you?
how you doing?
I am fine. Hello, Pennsylvania, right?
Woohoo!
there
Oh,
we
that's
go.
right. You're a fellow Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, he's the Pennsylvania fellow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, good evening, everybody.
Good.
It's nice to see everybody and be live for it.
Yeah, it's really nice that you're going to come with us. What is your one big question we haven't answered for you yet?
This is stupid, but I'm going to ask it anyway because it's the little things that you don't think about until you get there. The AC power plugs, are they North American or are they European?
They're North American 110 volts.
110?
Yeah, you don't need any converters for Panama.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
In some places, like a little outdated old houses, they will have only the single tube, but for the most part, everyone is staying that.
Every once in a while, there's not the 3-prong plugs, but usually.
And honestly, John, we get that question every Q&A, so it was not silly. It was
Very fair question, especially if you've never been in this country. It's an extremely fair question.
Yeah.
So no, I used to travel a lot, and so I have the adapter, the converter, and everything.
Yeah, I used to have one of those kits too, but don't need it here.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Well, looking forward to meeting you, John, in May.
Yes, definitely in May.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your support, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to meet you.
Now, if anyone else wants to come on, type live in the chat. LIVE.
Maybe some more Pennsylvanians.
Okay, go ahead.
Mark and Monica, does David have everything you need to get your visa? Oh, does David? Or do you need to go to Panama City sometime? We have big city aversion. So pretty much, yes, you can do everything in David except the e-cedula.
Except your e-cedula, which is an optional process at the end of the visa. But you can get your permanent residency right in David and your driver's license.
Yeah. So once you go through your residency process, you have your permanent residency card. After that, you have the option to get the e-cedula, which is the foreigner version of the Panamanian ID card. The benefit of getting this is that it is a number that will never change, and you only have to update the card every 10 years. And once you have it, you don't have to go to Panama City to update it. It's just for the initial card. And whereas your residency card is tied to your passport number. So every time your passport changes, then you have to update that card, and everything else in the country is tied to that. So if you have your e-cedula, then you have a number. That number can go on your car title, on your bank account, on all of these things that you never have to worry about updating that number. So we definitely recommend doing it, even though it's just an optional process after your residency. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's so so many people don't think of the evil that could happen to you by not having a cedula. I saw that on Facebook today. Someone said, I've lived there 11 years. I've never gotten a cedula. This is the critical moment, and we see it happen quite often. Couples have moved here years ago, and they grow old here, and one of them dies. Well, as you know, every time you renew your passport every 5 or 10 years, or every time you lose it or wash it and have to get a new one, the number changes. If you don't immediately, like within a day or two, go to the titles office for your home, the titles office for the vehicles, your bank accounts, your everything, and change that number. Your stuff could be, if someone passed away, could be stuck in probate for years. And when you have an e-cedula, you only have to do that once. You change your home title, your car title, your bank accounts, your everything, and that number will go with you to your death.
Yep.
And that is the biggest reason to get a e-cedula, and it costs $100 and some dollars plus lawyer fees if you want their help, which I highly recommend.
Yep.
And yeah, and you're respected with ID, and
once you have
great.
assets here, so you have a foundation or a will or a living will, like imagine having to update all of that every time with a new passport.
Yeah, every time you change your passport. And the worst thing is when you lose your passport and then you get a new one, then you forget to do those things, and it's a problem.
It is.
Okay.
Big problem.
Not about to feed, but it was basically that was.
Yes, but your residency
our cedula
immigration
push.
you can do in W.
We make $20 per cedula take. No, just kidding.
We just love it. We're like feel official with our e-cedulas. Okay, Sylvie, we are beach people. Which area do you recommend for retired expats? Is Santa Clara, Playa Blanca area a good option?
It is a good option, but it's a very tourist area. So it's all about lifestyle, how social you want to be, and what kind of amenities you want to have nearby. And the type of beach, of course. But yeah, all the Panama West, close, that area is close to Cocle province, pretty much inside Cocle province. So in my best advice, I can tell you, Playa Blanca is beautiful. Santa Clara is beautiful. But it's all about in the end how you feel there, if it fits your needs, and also like the amenities and the community.
Yeah, if you're interested in the beaches outside of Panama City, it's worth it to come check them out. I mean, there's so many different little communities in that stretch from Gorgona all the way down to Playa Blanca.
Yeah.
So it's worth to check all of those out before you decide on one.
And it's all beautiful. Different budgets, different styles, houses, condominiums, golf course, fancy golf course.
Local towns,
yeah, name it. But yeah.
Lots
cool
of
spot.
expats there.
Very social.
Okay, Gary and Lana, you guys mentioned you can't read the screen. If you were looking at that healthcare thing, please, guys, go to our website. I'm going to put the link in here again.
They already emailed us.
Oh, they okay, perfect. Yeah. I'm still going to put the link on the website in there. Okay. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, just send us an email.
Send us an email. We'll send you the brochure so you can read it in your time. Okay. Hey, Kenneth, let me tell you my story, Kenneth. If I was on that plan that I just showed you guys, I'd be paying $102 a month. I currently pay $148 a month for an international plan. I'm in my early 60s. So the brackets are 60 to 65, So I pay $148. The difference is if something happens to me in Panama, I pay $0. I don't pay 30% of a major $20,000 thing, like a major traffic accident where I was, laid up for a month. It's a big substance. I pay $0 for my medical care in Panama. I pay $1,000 deductible on outpatient stuff like doctors, labs, tests, but they're so cheap anyways. I never end up bother even keeping receipts. I go to the doctor and he's like $15. He's still Dr. Gomez, still $15. And yeah, so but yeah, my emergency care, if I had to do a surgery, like if I found out I needed a heart stent, I don't pay anything. So to me, that is, I budgeted for $250, and how I did that is how I teach all of our guests. Okay, what's your budget for rent? And people will tell me it's, I had a single lady earlier, and she goes $1,400. I go, what's your budget for healthcare? Well, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I said, well, let's make your rent budget of like $1,100, and let's get your healthcare. That's how important your healthcare is here.
Anywhere.
Okay, there we go. Megan, you might know this.
Bill, what are the vaccine requirements for children to attend school? Religious exemptions? There's no requirements.
Or obligations.
Mhm.
Well, in the private system, there's no.
Right.
No.
Yes.
If-
No, in the public system, there are.
Mhm.
That's right.
But I don't think, Bill, you would probably be looking at the public system. Explain the difference between the public school system
Yeah,
and the private.
most people don't send their kids to public school if they can afford to send them to a private school. I mean, even Panamanians, most of them, if they can afford it, because the public schools, they just aren't that good.
Most North Americans are thinking private school. They're thinking $multi-thousand a month. That's the first thing that's coming into their mind.
Right. Yeah. So
No,
we
sure.
send
Yeah.
we send our son to private school for $200 a month.
180 right now. Next year it goes up for 210.
Yeah, and it's
A month.
bilingual, and that's
Mhm.
here in Boquete.
Yeah.
And
Like
there's
a
no
school.
vaccine requirements.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Will my AT&T cell phone work? If you tell AT&T to put on Central America roaming, it will work. Is your data excellent? No. You're going to have roaming data, which is secondary data. They're going to give you the leftover data they have. I've had some people say it's okay. Some people complain that their data goes right down to the old 3G, which we haven't seen here in years. So to come here and visit, it's perfectly fine. If you got a roaming plan already on it, or if you're on a plan that covers it, it's perfectly fine. The other thing you can do if you have an unlocked phone is just come here, take the SIM card, tape it to the back of your case so you don't lose it, buy a Panama SIM card for $2 and charge it with $5 for data for a week. And then you can ignore, and everyone who phones you, you won't hear them anymore. So it might be a good holiday. It's one way to get away from people.
Yeah. You
Just
can
take your
download
SIM
the
card out.
WhatsApp application, and just if anybody wants to reach you on emergency, you can reach out through the application WhatsApp.
Yeah, actually, for the tour, we'll ask you to download WhatsApp,
Mhm.
and then we'll have Wi-Fi in the van and the hotels, so you can stay connected that way too. If you just want to turn off cellular data.
Ciao, Pages.
Paige, you can contact us anytime. WhatsApp, phone, email. You were on our tour, so you have all of those. Okay, from Louise, take it away.
Yeah, if I just need to visit one or two towns not included in your week-long tour, would a private tour benefit me? And what is the approximate cost? It depends where you would want to go, because we are a Boquete-based team. So, yeah, it depends how far away it would take us. But you can just send us an email on our contact us page on the website, and I'll get right back to you with that.
Yeah.
With our options and a quote. But not necessarily that you would need to do a private tour extension with us. I mean, if you do the whole tour and then you just want to revisit a town or two, we could also make recommendations for where to go, what to do, who to connect with while you're there. So it depends.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, Karen, it's a great question. This is a reason why we've seen so many people from Costa Rica move to Panama after they've been in Costa Rica for
Monthly
years.
payments once you have your temporary residency.
Last year, Costa Rica instituted a kind of like a health tax on expats. It's anywhere between $75 and $450 a month per person.
Damn.
It's called the CCSS. I don't have
Yeah,
a Spanish
uh-huh.
word, but it has to do with their.
It's the same
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Social
yeah.
Security.
You know what that
that's
is,
what
right,
it is.
Oscar?
That's
Yeah.
what it is. So
Yeah.
I know it is. Ah,
It's to fund there, but no, we don't have that.
I do have my own personal opinions on that from the government.
Great healthcare, eh? No.
public which
it's,
I
it's not
imagine
cool in my opinion. It's not cool.
foreigners aren't even using the public health
No,
system.
Exactly, but they
It's a
want to
new
drain.
tax last
I
year.
don't know. Just that I found a little bit.
But Costa Rica is like that. They have a VAT tax now that's 18 to 20%. Like the basic sales tax. Compared to Panama 7. So they're next door neighbors. You have to compete a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're not.
No, they're more catering to definitely is a gorgeous luxury, eco luxury destination. Not gonna lie, it's a gorgeous country.
Rather than their
location
economy, they're trying to fund their tax base with expats and tourists.
No comments on that one.
No. Hey, Jeremiah. I have to return Saturday. Well, I hope that works for you, Jeremiah.
You were right.
Yeah.
Usually is. Something you told him.
Hey, Carter, what? When I purchased my property, I used my Canadian. Now I have a cedula. Go change immediately to the land titles. You might need a lawyer to do it for you to make sure it's done right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You also need to change, Carter, your driver's license. You need to
title.
change your title first of your vehicle, and then your driver's license. And you should be changing your bank and any wills or any stuff like that.
Any type of stuff or document, anything
Business.
that you have, possession, assets, anything, and paperwork you have here in Panama, change it to the US.
Because once you have a cedula, your passport no longer exists according to Panama. They don't care what your passport number is. So, there we go. Next.
Can you become eligible for a Panamanian passport after
5 years?
After 5 years of being
Permanent
a
resident.
Yeah,
Permanent resident.
establishing residency.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're Colombian, then it will be only a year.
Yeah. But it's not, it's, we're not going to tell you it's easy, especially if you have really nothing to say that you contributed, like, are you on the tax system here? Are you paying taxes? Have you created jobs? Stuff like that. Then it becomes easier. But if you're just a pensionado, it could be a few years before you get it.
And it's an interview in Spanish.
Yes. Yeah, you got to definitely know some Spanish. Oh, that would have automatically been done.
I think she means her residency card.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you have your e-cedula, you don't really need your permanent resident card for anything.
The only thing you would need if you have a pensionado card and if you're under the age of pensionado, then you need both to get your discounts.
Right.
Because the cedula will show, hey, I'm 54. Well, you don't get discounts.
Right.
But your pensionado card says you'll get a discount. So if you're in
I think maybe you need to explain what, like, who is pensionado, but like with the ages and all of that. Because some people might not understand.
Okay. Yeah. So if you come on the pensionado visa, that's the visa that you have a lifelong pension. You're already receiving a lifelong pension of $1,000 a month. You can come in at any age. It doesn't matter. Maybe you have a military pension on disability at 35 years old. Maybe you have a police full pension at 45 years old. You can come in and you get all these wonderful pensionado discounts right away. But other people who come in on other types of visas, they get currently pensionado discounts, women 55, men 60. That might go up next year.
Or regular citizens or other types of residents. Yeah, they won't get that until they reach that.
So I use my cedula for a pensionado visa because now I've hit 60. So I can use my cedula. But if I was only 50, I would have to use my cedula and keep my pensionado card. But there's no need to update the pensionado card. immigration knows you've updated it to essential, but you can just hang on to your pensionable card for your discount until you reach the age of I was going to say age of consent. Okay, Bocas del Toro. Hit
It's
it,
a good
guys.
place
Bocas
to
del Toro.
live.
I've been there once.
It's wonderful. It's a great place. Is it a good place to live for you is the question. We've had people move there and love it. It's not on our tour just because logistically we can only fit in so many things in 7 days. And honestly, the islands are not a place for everyone. They have a clinic there, but they don't have a major hospital. I mean, the closest major hospital is 3-4 hours away in David. So,
or a short flight to Panama City.
Yeah, or a short flight to Panama City. So we try and hit all of the biggest places on our tour that are going to be attractive to the majority of people. But Bocas del Toro is one of the most popular places to go at the end of our tour. And we always help people get there and connect with tour guides and good hotels and all that stuff there. So if you like island life, right on the water, surfing, snorkeling, scuba diving, it's a really cool place.
And it has improved infrastructure also in the main island.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new roads.
The main town is really touristy. It's a bit of a party town, but there are a lot of quieter areas there too.
All righty. We got Owen's going to come visit us and ask this question. Hey, Owen, you are live.
I could not resist the invitation, being both a Pennsylvanian now living in South Carolina, and also a Penn State man.
Oh, I didn't know that when we talked the other day.
Yeah, roar, lions, roar. We're considering a lot of stuff and have built our little house here in South Carolina and are thinking are very seriously moving. What are your thoughts on getting some of our possessions down there, household goods, maybe even an automobile? I just have no idea how one would go about that.
Well, let's talk about household goods, and then we'll talk about auto. Most people don't bring all their major furniture. And depending what you're looking to do, 90% of rentals are furnished, and almost half of home sales are already furnished.
Yeah.
You could end up having a garage sale here. That's very expensive if you have to pay to move it here and then sell it. So sometimes a sale there is better. Bringing in boxes of clothing, personal items, kitchenware, tools, that's not a problem. There's lots of consolidated
mail forwarding services.
Yeah, mail forwarding services and sea freight companies that we can advise you to use to get that stuff there. Bringing a car, Oscar will jump in there.
Yeah, bringing a car is, first of all, what kind of car do you have?
Probably too big of a one to bring, a Subaru Wilderness.
And what year is this Subaru?
2022.
Okay, so it's quite a newer model, but we do have the Subaru dealership here. Probably you'd be better off selling your Subaru there and getting a brand new one here, so you can get the guarantee. And the Subarus here, they offer 6 years guarantee here in Panama, and so you have all the assistance.
Yeah,
for your vehicle
because you'll lose your warranty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you'll lose your warranty if you bring your car here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Hey, no problem. Reach out anytime.
We did a whole Q&A recently about moving items, so I'll send you the link to that too.
That'd be great.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Owen, for joining us.
They're coming with us in March.
Nice.
Oh, right on. Okay. Got a question from Michael. Who do you use? I tell you what, we use Alejandra Brillet. I never say her. See, I never say her name right. It's been years I don't say her name. Now I just put a link in the chat, guys. Click on this link. Please fill in all the information. We will forward that to Alejandra, and she will contact you. and she will give you quotes on your international health coverage.
Yeah, she works for a big firm here in
Yeah.
Panama, and they can give you a full chart of all the different options for you, different premiums, what it covers. What it
And I can
doesn't.
tell you this 100%, and she will too. Do not listen to the bull crap. I'm going to say the lies online that if you go to a health insurance agent, they will charge you more than the company will. Those are 100% lies. There are many honest health insurance agents here, and you can prove it. Get Allie's quote. Let's say she quotes you with Worldwide Medical. Go to Worldwide site, just use a different email, fill in all your details, and they'll send you a quote for the exact same price as hers. They don't mark up to make their money. They get paid by the insurance agent to be a refer to them. So, but the greatest thing about using a bilingual agent like Allie, who is as English as, Megan or me. Sorry, Oscar. We sound, no, she speaks as good as English as I do, which is.
Está bien, mi inglés es mucho mejor que el español tuyo. O sea, no jodas.
Is that if something happens, let's say you're down here, your husband, something happens to him, he's in the hospital, you don't know what to do, you phone Allie and she will walk you through the things. She'll be the intermediate between the insurance company or the hospital and you. That's what you want an agent for. They're there to earn your renewal next year.
Mhm.
That's what they do. So again, click on that link I sent you, fill in the introduction, and you will be introduced who we use for insurance. Okay. We got some trade people interested. I love a little trade. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's like one of the nicest places in the country too. Like the people in Chitre are just so kind and welcoming. And I mean, all throughout the country, but especially the Azuero Peninsula. I don't know. There's just something about the people.
Well,
there, right?
I'll tell you what about Chitre. You know what is known, Chitre, for being the town that no one is a foreigner. That's the saying of Chitre.
Uh-huh.
So Chitre people kind of represent me a lot.
And a lot of Panamanians actually retire there because there's a lot to do. Lots of like conveniences about. There's an airport, there's big box shopping, there's events, but it's also super affordable and still has like this local charm to it.
Yeah. The only thing is, it might be challenging for many new expats. It doesn't have much of the American amenities, and it's not right on the beach.
And not as much English.
Exactly.
But there is a small expat community there. They get together once a week for dinner at one of the local hotels, and I think there's maybe like around 30 of them that get together that either live in Chitre or the beaches nearby.
Okay.
We stopped there on our tour.
Yes, we do overnight there.
We're still overnight in our tour, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mark and Monica, how hard is dual citizenship? First of all, Mark and Monica, it's not dual citizenship. Panama does not offer dual citizenship unless under special circumstances. That is, if you're born in another country to a Panamanian mother, stuff like that, or sometimes under marriage laws. So when you get your Panama citizenship, they're going to ask you to renounce your other citizenship. So it's not that like they make you do it, but they don't stand up and say, this is your dual citizenship. No. So it's not called that. And number two, how hard is it? Again, it depends on what you've done. If you're a retiree living here in Panama, I've yet to meet one that has accomplished getting their Panama passport. And I don't know many that have applied because most people wouldn't want it. So, or have no need for it. I know people who have gotten it who have, been in business or, purchased property or land or something like that. If you have, the more ties you have to Panama, the more chances you're going to get your citizenship.
Well, next year we're going to inform because I'm getting my citizenship next year.
Yeah, Oscar is. I'm considering going, but we both will probably get ours fairly quick because we have contributed a lot to this country. We've created many person years of jobs, and we pay our fair share of taxes, more than our fair share, right? So
Just quickly to clarify the difference between permanent residency that you would
Yes.
get through Pensionado or Friendly Nations or whatever residency program you go through, for permanent residency to citizenship, the only difference is that with citizenship, you can have a Panamanian passport, you can vote, you can protest, and you can run for office in Panama. So for most people, they don't need that.
Yeah.
Permanent residency is just fine.
There's one
Or
big
they say
difference for me, one more huge difference for me. I always want to be James Bond as a little kid. I want to have more than one passport. I want to go into the States and drop my passports in front of the TSA officer. Probably shouldn't say that publicly online, should I? Okay.
Kids, they have that situation. Right?
Kim, I totally apologize. I can't find a question from you. Now, sometimes I accidentally might have deleted it, but if you're talking about, there's really not much you could be asking besides a question about mail. Or
Can you type it again?
yeah, is there a way you can type your question again, and I'm going to jump down towards that way, like towards the bottom? Please, thank you. Okay, I can't find it. I just went through them all. Carter, what titles? I wouldn't know. Whatever office did your titles, your lawyer, whoever did the land deal, will know where that office is.
Or your architect, or I guess
It might actually require a lawyer to go in if the lawyer registered it. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did you say no 3-prong? Lots of 3-prong, like the ground, if that's what you're talking about, Joyce.
For the outlets. No, most places have it.
Yeah.
Just every once in a while, you'll be somewhere where it's only 2.
And Mitch, I have invited you a couple of times. Mitch, if you're still online, yeah, Mitchy, you're here in the stream, so you should be coming. You should be seeing my invite that will get you online. Okay, what do we got this?
Interested in Ciudad del Saber.
Yeah.
Does the tour go anywhere near the old U.S. base? They do. We don't really focus on like residential neighborhoods in the time in Panama City, but we do always invite expats who live in Panama City to meet you guys in the day there. Our Panama City day is more about like Panama history and culture. But we definitely go past it because to go over to the canal, you're going through that whole area. So we passed right by Ciudad del Saber when you go see the Panama Canal. And it's a very nice area in Panama City that's a little bit quieter, a little bit greener. And if you're interested in living in that area, we'd be happy to connect you with somebody who can show you a little bit more there.
Good. Our next question is, what are the requirements to bring in a dog? Okay, the first requirement is they have to be adorable like this. There we go. And tall like this one, yeah. They have to be as cute as this one. Okay, that's the first requirement. The next thing, actually, there is, Megan, can you type in our YouTube channel? I can never find it. We have done bringing your dogs to Panama from the USA and Canada this year so far. One was just last month. Megan's going to bring that up on the screen, and I'm going to share. It's basically, I know the dog is now trying to help Megan type. It's not really working. Okay. The dog is 10 days before you get a health certificate filled out by a qualified USDA vet if you're in the States. And that goes to the USDA, typically electronically now. It's going to start playing in a second. Oh, no. And after that, it goes to the U.S. consulate or get apostilled, and that's about it. There's some requirements as far as the type of kennels and stuff like that, but just go. I'm going to put the YouTube link right in the chat right now. So if you go there, you're going to see the YouTube link. Nope, I didn't see it. There we go. And you can watch the Q&A. Okay, Mitch is here. Join us, Mitch. Say hello.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, how are you? I'm from Pennsylvania originally as well.
What is it?
Pennsylvania.
Hiding.
Woohoo.
So and on top of that, I'm getting married November 30th in Panama to a Panamanian.
Oh, congratulations.
We somehow it must be the Panama mail system. We never got our invite.
It must
Where are
be.
you getting married?
At the Santa Maria.
Oh,
Oh.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah, just a small, small mostly family. My family and her family. I'm in Florida now, so most of my
I thought
family's
we were friends. What's going on here, Rich?
Well, my question is, if once I get married, the plan is to move down there. If I'm currently working for a United States company and getting paid in my United States bank, do I just continue filing my U.S. taxes, and then are there any taxes I would have to file in Panama, like income taxes?
Yeah, you're pretty safe there. You want to keep it separate because are you getting paid into a U.S. account?
So in the beginning, they would probably just continue paying me into my U.S. bank account.
Yeah, Panama, as you know, is a territorial tax system here. So they only charge income tax on income from Panamanian sources.
Okay.
So you're pretty safe. There's only 12 countries in the world that do this. I did it for years when I started it. I still earn income from some of my other businesses that I do writing and other website support and stuff like that. I can keep that separate from my Panama sourced income. Now, if you have do you have any Panama sourced income right now?
I don't right now, but I potentially will. So I might have both at some point.
But
yes.
it's a little different, the Panama tax system, whether you file as a couple or as an individual, probably simpler. Talk to a good CPA about just keeping everything separate still.
Okay.
And it's probably the simplest way. And, I don't know if there's any kids or anything, but the wife can write them off because you can't back in the U.S. if they're not there. So
yeah, no, my kids are over 18.
Yeah,
so
okay. So yours,
yeah.
Well, you have no problem if it's a U.S. company paying you for a job in the U.S. Just no need to pay in.
Yeah, so I would just continue as normal, paying U.S. taxes, basically.
Yeah, you got to pay. You can't get away from that. I'm sorry, unless you.
Uncle Sam won't leave me alone because I live in Panama. Huh?
Yeah,
That's right.
Hey, Mitch, you can always go resend your U.S. passport, and now that you're married to a Panamanian, your entry to passport's pretty quick.
All right, thank you very much.
Did you talk about the exemption?
Well, there is, but no, if he's doesn't really qualify for him because he doesn't it's not really relevant. It's not Panama sourced income.
But eventually.
Yeah. Well, if you started to work in Panama, create money in Panama, you'd also in the U.S. you wouldn't have to pay tax in both countries until that was more than $118,000 a year.
Okay.
Yeah, there's $118,000 foreign tax income exemption, but you're not making Panama income at this moment.
No, so that's not.
That your Panama earned income, you're not getting double taxed on.
Yeah, see, Megan is we have this Panama company, so Megan obviously earns income from this company, but she doesn't have to pay tax in the States on it.
Okay.
Because I'm already paying tax in Panama.
Yeah.
Right. I got it. Makes sense. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Mitch, and congratulations on the wedding.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Send us pictures.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Coming down for November. What?
Love a good wedding.
Yeah. Santa Maria, that's a good spot.
Coming down, Catherine is coming down next November. Woo!
Yeah, they're coming with that. They're coming with us.
Yeah, next November.
For November tour, is it that far out?
We just did the November tour.
I know, right?
Okay, tell us about our new van, Oscar.
Yes.
Brand spanking new,
spacious, reclinable seats, good space for luggage, good music, good driving.
No, they're coming in December.
Okay, maybe she meant December. Okay.
All right.
I recognize the name.
Yes.
I know. Anyway,
you guys are lucky.
You guys are gonna be very comfortable in the van. We have a full van, but it's a comfortable seat for each one of you.
How long is your longest drive between stops?
11 hours.
11 hours. Casey, you'll be fine.
You'd be in and out of Panama by then.
You're usually doing rod humor now, Oscar.
No, the longest we ever go will be 1.5 hours with an hour 40 minutes. That's
Yeah.
just one day.
We
An hour
always
40.
do a stop for bathrooms,
Usually
touch
every
the
hour.
legs, or have
Unless I'm in
sighting.
the van, then I got to stop every hour.
We pull over, we put a massage table, and we just working the nuts. No, it's every hour. We do always make sure that everyone has a little break from the driving.
Let's give a big shout out to Ralph and
Rafael.
Tonosi.
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 Cool.
Okay, second last question, folks. We got, oh my goodness. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to cut off. We're going to rip through these. Availability of electric, besides Chinese ones.
There is Tesla in Panama City. There is e-charging stations in most places in the country. It is very common. No, but it's growing and somehow the people can afford it, especially the high quality electrical hybrids.
As far as mechanics and parts, probably just Panama
Maintenance.
City.
Yeah, Panama City or any proper dealership,
Mhm.
regardless each location or each brand you get.
We got a quick question. Although these are such a huge range and price range, but
New Subaru,
what do you think, Oscar?
Jimny 5-door or used Hilux?
Well, they all hold three different spectrums. The three of them, they're way different one another.
Each one's perfect for the right person.
Exactly.
all good options.
Yeah, way different options. So new Subaru always goes right. If you get in the Forester, they'll take you most places. It's all-wheel drive, reliable vehicle. The Jimmy is the 5-door, good vehicle for off-road. Doesn't have much power on the road. It doesn't go too fast.
Oscar likes fast.
And it is a light vehicle, so it's not for the. It's a little crawl. It can crawl most places. And the Hilux, that's a heavy-duty pickup truck. That's to beat it and to cross rivers and to put cargo and stuff like that. So the three are way different lifestyles, the different vehicles.
Okay, Megan, how quick can you go? We might get cut off, guys. I apologize. We're running over time. Mail in Panama. Talk about the mail service in Panama quickly. How do we actually get mail?
Yeah, so we use mail forwarding services to get it from the U.S. here. So you're going to pay on the weight to get it from Miami to Panama. You definitely don't want to be paying on getting all of your junk mail, your letter mail. So make sure to cut out any junk mail. Don't do an overall forwarding. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Mail forwarding services. They work great.
So, like, if someone sent you a letter to your mail forwarding address in Florida, it would take 3 to 4 extra days to get here and cost you $1. Basically, that's the story, and it's guaranteed service. You don't have to worry about the Panama postal system. Okay, we're going to try to get a couple more. Lawyer costs, pensionado, let's say $2,500 all in, folks. That's for a single, all like a couple, 3. I'm talking all the stamps, all the extra stuff. So don't worry about it. Darn, you started early again. No, Heather, we start at 7 p.m. Panama time, always, all year round. That just happens to be 8 p.m. in daylight
you guys
savings.
changed your clocks.
But now we're at 7, Heather. On our YouTube channel, all of these are recorded, so please go back and watch. All right, folks, we thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much
Thanks
for all of
good
you
questions.
joining us, and some of the questions
Margaret, how are you?
will be answered. Join us next week.
Next week. Very important. I see a bunch of Canadians on here. It is Thanksgiving in the U.S. It is Panama's Independence Day, and us Canadians are getting together for a Q&A. So if you're not a Canadian, you're going to get booted out. You're going to have to answer secret questions like, what is a poutine? Or what is a double-double?
What's that candy you like or something?
If you can't answer that, you're going to get deleted from the Q&A. So Canadians, I'll send out the promo material next week. Come join us. We're going to talk specifically how using Wise to move money. I get so many questions using Fongo. I set someone up in Fongo today from our last tour.
We got fungus.
And not fungus, Oscar.
Oh.
It is Fongo, and they transferred their bill to their Fongo, and now their cell phone bill went from $90 a month to nothing.
Right.
So we're going to talk about that. All right, folks. We are definitely getting cut off, and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.